it's Katie here, and I'm back with another review for you guys. So today we're going to be reviewing the 46-piece watercolor painting set in this nice wooden box. Now I will tell you, if you buy this, it will look a lot better than this when it's packaged. I opened it to play around with it, and I forgot that I needed it, so I just kind of took off the plastic to show you what it is. So remember that, it'll look a lot better when you get it if you buy this. I'm also going to be reviewing this 9x12 watercolor pad. They are both by US Art Supply. Just a disclaimer, they sent me these items for review, but every opinion and anything I say in here is my own, and it's not being influenced by anyone. I'm not being paid or sponsored, so just so you know. Now let's open up this 46 watercolor painting set and see what's inside. So first up, you open it up and you see 12 very nice colored pencils. Then you get 12 tube watercolors, which are my favorite. Then there is a cushioning foam. Then on the bottom half you get 12 oil pastels, a mannequin, the base for the mannequin, plastic palette knife, 2 HB pencils, 3 brushes, pencil sharpener, and an eraser. This is really awesome. Just first impressions, it's really awesome. I really like this whole set. I'm not a big fan of the mannequin. I don't really use mannequins, but that's just me. You may like mannequins, so I mean, that would be all better for you to get this. If you would like to purchase any of this stuff that I have in the video, I will leave a link down in the description to where you can do so. I will also have a link to US Art Supply's website because they're super awesome. Now let's get into an illustration. I really had fun using this set. The watercolors especially, they're really bright and vivid, and I really had fun playing with them. I didn't use the white, but everything else was very vivid and pretty. The colored pencils, they were actually really nice. I was surprised. I actually had a low expectation for them, but they met all of my expectations. They aren't a Prismacolor or anything, but they really are pretty good. I did not use the oil pastels, but I did test them out, and I did notice that they were very nice and rich and buttery. I wasn't a fan of the color selection of the oil pastels, but nonetheless, they were nice. I'm not a big fan of the mannequin just as a thing. I don't really like using mannequins, but if you like using mannequins, that would definitely be a bonus. I felt that the palette knife was out of place, but it is still a handy tool if you use acrylics or oil pastels, but really not something I would use for watercolor. The pencils were great. They worked just like a normal pencil, and the sharpener and eraser was pretty awesome too. All in all, I definitely have to say that I really liked the box set. And the box, I didn't even say that. The box was really nice. It's really sturdy. And it holds a lot of things, and definitely awesome. Now onto the paper. The paper, I kind of had a bit of an issue with. It's very nice. It's heavyweight. It holds up. It doesn't really warp too much unless you put a ton of water on it. And in this picture, I've actually cut it down to size. So I'm not painting on a 9x12. I'm painting on like a fourth of that. So yeah, but anyway, I had a problem with it. If you erase too much, it pills very easily. It's very chalky feeling paper. It's not a bad paper by any means, it's just not my favorite. I definitely have other papers that I would be more happy to use before I would go to this one. Not saying it's a bad paper, it's a very good set for a beginner artist, especially if you're just wanting to get into it. You don't really know if you want to get into it, and yeah, I would buy this if that's what you're into. Another thing I didn't mention was the brushes that came in this set. They are good brushes. They're definitely better than what you would get with like Crayola watercolors, but I feel like since I've used better quality brushes that I'm spoiled maybe, and they weren't my favorite. But I did use them in this, so just to get a feel for how they were. So now onto the picture, because I talked about the review this whole time. So basically, the day before I drew this, I had some serious art block. Like, I could not draw anything, at least I felt like I couldn't. So I was just like sketching random poses, and they all looked horrible. Well, then I came to this drawing, and I was like, man, I've got to get this review done. And I was like, okay, and I just put something down, and I was really happy with how it turned out. It's really cute, I think. It's just a girl with her cat in a window, and I don't know, I'm happy with it. I hope you like it. Oh, and something else I haven't said yet, but I guess we're really not at the part in the video yet, but we'll get to it, so I'm just going to talk about it. Definitely using the colored pencils in addition with the watercolors is probably a very good idea. At least it was for me, because I felt like the color from the watercolor shifted, and I'm very impatient, so I didn't want to put a bunch of layers of watercolor on to make it very vibrant. So I felt like after the watercolor had dried, it was probably a better idea that I went over with the colored pencils, and luckily the colored pencils and the watercolors, they all come in the same shades, so you can kind of mix and match that and have fun with it. The oil pastels there's only a couple colors that are different, but I think they would have made a good addition. I'm not the biggest fan of oil pastels. I really don't know why, I just never really have been. Maybe it's because I lack control and it just frustrates me, I don't know. But oh yeah, we're here at the colored pencil part, and I feel like it just adds an extra depth that I couldn't get with the watercolors. Maybe it's because I'm just not experienced at watercolors, I don't know. But I really liked how this picture came out. If you liked this video, because it is almost over, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps me out a lot. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of this review. Let me know if it was helpful. Maybe you want to see a different review. Let me know in the comments, because I really want to know what you guys want to see. You can follow me on DeviantArt, PageWorld, Twitter, and Instagram. Yay, I have an Instagram now. All my links are down in the description below, and my Twitter is @katydidart, so like my username _art. And don't forget to subscribe to join our cute little art family. And until next time, bye!